wolltest immer schon einmal wissen, was in Gemeinschaften anders läuft und warum immer mehr Menschen in ein Ökodorf oder eine Kommune ziehen möchten? Dann bist du hier genau richtig. Mein Name ist Steffen Emrich und in meinem neuen Podcast Was mit Gemeinschaft möchte ich dich mitnehmen auf meine Reise durch die Welt der Gemeinschaften. In diesem zweiten Podcast spreche ich mit Iryna Kazakova. Iryna hat bis vor kurzem noch in Kharkiv gelebt, ist aber mittlerweile nach Kriegsbeginn zu ihrer Mutter ins Umland gezogen. Sie erzählt uns, was sie zurücklassen musste, aber auch, was gerade viel wichtiger ist als die materiellen Dinge. Iryna gibt uns einen kleinen Einblick da rein, was Menschen in der Ukraine gerade erdulden müssen und wie schwer es ist, nicht zu wissen, ob enge Freunde oder Freundinnen, Verwandte noch am Leben sind. Aber sie nimmt uns auch mit zu der Arbeit, die sie gerade macht, wie das ukrainische Permakultur Netzwerk und Ukraine zusammenarbeiten und wie wichtig es auch ist, Solidarität von außen zu spüren. Das Gespräch mit Iryna war ziemlich bewegend. Ich habe es auf Englisch geführt am 26. März 2022. Wenn ihr die Arbeit von Ukraine unterstützen wollt, dann schaut bitte auf die Website von Europe. Dort findet ihr, wenn ihr weiter runterscrollt, alle wichtigen Informationen. Und natürlich findet ihr sie auch in den Shownotes von diesem Podcast. Today I have the privilege to speak with Iryna Kazakova. I'm very glad, Iryna, that you could take some time and that you have a stable internet connection as well, so we can have this little chat. I met Iryna basically through our first conference calls with Ukraine after the war in Ukraine started. And ever since then, Iryna is like one of the activists who is really always present, organizing a lot of stuff, and is very much in connection with the rest of the Ukraine team. And I'm very happy that we can speak today. Iryna, you live in Kharkiv under very difficult circumstances. Great that you made it possible.
Yeah.
You just told me you're you're near the house of your parents. This is close to Kharkiv, right?
Yeah. Thank you for this invitation very much. I live, I don't know for sure if I have a place for my return. I lived in Kharkiv in a block, and after the first day of Russian aggression, I was able to reach my mother's house, and from that day I'm here. It is around 30 kilometers from my own home. 2 weeks ago, I got a bad message from my neighbors, my nearest neighbors. They say that the rocket was near our house, and in our block all the windows just was broken. So I know crushed. I know for sure that there is no windows in my flat anymore. But I hope it is just this damage and everything else will be fine. But in truth, almost no one think about these things. We're all thinking about those people who we know and those people with whom we have connection or with whom we haven't connection right now. Well, I'm glad. I really think that I'm a very lucky person that now I'm here. I'm with my mother, with her husband, and we take care about each other. And we're really lucky that, like, we have food. We have enough food. We have our own water in the well. So I think that I'm quite safe now.
Yeah, you told me it's like a smaller village, but but you also told me there were even bombing very close by. So also in the villages, it's not really a safe place, isn't it?
Yes, of course. In the middle of the village, there was a big school, and a week ago it was ruined in the night, as usual, at somewhere around 4 a.m. It just was destroyed. It was a very big bomb. We all wake up. And I know that several houses that located around this school, they also was damaged. Um, the news told that 20 people were died after that night. And 2 weeks ago, the nearest village, 7 kilometers from this place where I am now, also was destroyed. It was 35 houses, and I remember that night I definitely hear at least 4 big bombs, bangs, and the next morning there was information that 35 houses was absolutely destroyed. It's like a place now. So it is all this situation. It's possible. All this shelling, all this bombing. It's not only in the big cities. It is also in the little cities and in the villages. And you can't feel yourself. You can feel safety in full nowhere now in Ukraine, because you don't know what that's people thinking. It seems that they want to destroy like the whole population, because they bombing everywhere, schools, hospitals. They try to shoot the cars with the children. One of my colleague, she posted a message in the Facebook that she saw with her eyes how a white bus reached. It went very fast on the road, and all people that was in that time near the road, they just look at the bus, and people start to cry, and she didn't understand for the last minute, and then she realized that on that bus was wrote children, but all this bus was in the little holes, and no one don't know. They just don't know, is it alive, all the children in this bus, or no. So, and it is all these pictures is like all the time you have the dozens of stories from each person now. Yeah.
Well, that's really hard to hear. And at the same time, I always see you smiling in our conference calls, and I wonder how you can manage that, to live with this burden and at the same time keep your own spirit alive and not being like totally.
I would say that all our feelings now are mixed, and I'm not a iron lady person. When I read the news, especially some personal stories, it's very hard. It's very hard to know that people I know in the danger. I was involved in the project in Zero Waste Academy, and I still probably a mentor in this project, and I have my 10 students. And after the war begins, I lost connection with 2 of them. Both girls, they lived near the Mariupol. And with one of this girl, unfortunately, I still have no connection. I don't know where is he. Is she? Is it alive? Is it safe? I just don't know. But I got good news from the second girl. She is a hero for me, because she just, I don't know how, but she could find a fuel for her car, and she just take her children. She took the neighbors, and she make all this very dangerous way from this place, from the Mariupol to another place, for safe place, and she is finally safe, and I'm proud of her and of this courage. So good.
Thanks for sharing this.
We have some good stories, and these examples, they give
you hope,
like
or
a hope and a strength. And I want that such stories will be more. I want, yeah, more such happy stories for all of us.
Iryna, one reasons why we are having this call is that you're also very engaged in Gen Europe and in coordinating the work Gen Ukraine is doing currently. How comes that you work with Gen Ukraine? What's your story in this organization?
Yeah, probably it is a long, long story, but in 2017, occasionally, I joined the permaculture design course, and my volunteering started with that organization, with NGO Permaculture in Ukraine. And we got some projects, and I become like a project coordinator for that organization. And then we realized that we have many people that works in both organizations, because Anastasia Volkova, the head of permaculture in Ukraine, she is also a member of Gen Ukraine, and we realized that it's very like interesting to work together, and we have the common aims, goals. We want the same. We want that people become aware that it is so great to live in communities, to live with ecological mind, and it is all about. It is very close things. It's all about the same, about our understanding of nature, about our understanding of friendship, love, and all these things. And we just start to work together, and I become like project coordinator for both organizations. And now I'm here. I really like. I do not live in community, but I feel like I'm in community of all these people, because we have regular meetings. We all support each other. It's so great mutual support. We're all like one family, and I think it's even. I'm sure that something will change, and maybe this is at that point when I will start to think about moving. For example, for Nastya community, who knows? But I feel like in the big family with these people.
Oh, that's great to hear. And I know that you're really active in the moment. You're doing a lot. Maybe you can share a little bit about what you're specifically doing. How can you help currently or support the situation in Ukraine?
Yeah. We try to remember today, it was 1 hour ago, we tried to remember how it started for us, exactly for our team, but we couldn't, because it was so much stress during first day. But on the next day after the war start, our team just realized that we can help, and we start this project, this green road, eco village green road. We understand that we have so many places where people live in great communities, and these people have a place, and they have a willing to help all those people who lost their homes, who are trying to escape from all this dangerous. And we understood that every day it will be more and more people who need these shelters. And we talk about it with both our networks, with networks of eco-village and eco-villages, and with networks of permaculture centers. And all of them say, yes, of course, we're ready, we have a place. Uh, of course, they have not all houses in perfect conditions. Usually, it's like our community is usually located on the like in the old villages, and it's like they have many abandoned houses where people didn't live for a long time. But they have walls, they have roofs. Many of them has wells with water that just need to be cleaned, and it is enough, at least for several days, to have a rest, to have several breaths, to relax, and then thinking about what I have to do next. Should I go somewhere abroad or should I stay here? And now we see that many of people, after several days in the eco villages, they decided that they don't want to go anywhere, that we have a great place here, they have a great soil, and they decided to stay with that people who host them and started to grow in food. So now all we do is we try to support all this host and this displaced people, try to meet their expectation and their needs in food, in clothes, in some medicinals, in some small and big tools and kitchen machines. So we just try to give people a as normal as possible in our situation life.
Oh, it's really fantastic. And I know that you already helped so many people, and you organized blankets and mattresses and ovens and pumps for the well and so many other things to actually make this happening.
Yeah. But I want to say that there could be nothing without support all our friends. It would be nothing without Gen Europe, without Denmark Eco Village Network, without help of German Ukrainian project in organic agriculture, and we have so many friends that help us, and we're so grateful for all the support.
Well, what I want to say on this is there is a tendency that I know with all my Ukrainian friends that they have this feeling we help you, but I really want to make this point that you help us. It's our joint work, and you help us to keep or to bring back peace to Europe. We need this work you are doing, and we only can do so little to support you. And it's really about supporting an enormous important work. And it's not that you're receiving from us and we are here to sponsor you. You're doing our work in Ukraine. You're working for peace, and that's what it's all about. And we are here together as Europeans and not as Ukrainians or Germans or Spanish or Danish. So for me, this is important that this is on balance. This is on, eye level. And we are in a very privileged situation. And you're in an extremely hard situation, and you doing so much to help others. That's amazing, really. And
thank you.
A lot of gratitude from my side for all the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Is there? Well, absolutely. And I know how hard it is. I'm here in a very peaceful environment. It's easy to talk, and nothing to compare with what you have to go through. Is there anything Gen Europe people who might listen to this podcast can do to support you? Not you in person, but I speak about like the work Gen Ukraine is doing, the Permacultur Network is doing.
I want to say that any help is very appreciated now. Every of even your good and warm thoughts is really helpful. But if you can, we really will be grateful for financial support, because now in our project we have already more than 60 places that's ready to host people, and we have already around 1,000 people that go through this green road, and we still need money for support them. And that's our web page where you can find some accounts of Maxim Zalewski, and if you can, we can say that all this money it's just for peace goals, it's just for support hosts, for make better conditions for people. It's not for a war, it's just for a peace.
Yeah, and if you want to donate something, everybody who's listening to that, there's just go to the Gen Europe website, www.gen-europe.org. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll find a blog where you have all the information needed, and we then can send the donations straight to Maxim's account, who is like the official account holder of the Gen Europe network, Gen Ukraine network, and who then helps to distribute the money. And I can guarantee that it's not about salaries here on any level. It's really to buy what's needed, and 100% will go really to Ukraine.
Also, I want to add that we have now only this green road, inside Ukraine. We have this map, greenroad.in.ua, something like this, and you can find almost 300 places all around Europe, all around the world. And if you want to join, if you want to host someone from Ukraine, you can also fill the form and invite some Ukrainians to your place. It also would be great help, because some people really need to be in absolutely safe places, in a silence, without all this loud sounds around, and many children need help.
Iryna, I thank you a lot for all the work you're doing. I wish you a lot of strength. I hope you can stay at your mom's place, and that you are safe there, that you don't have to go elsewhere and abandon your own home. And I mean, personally, I hope to meet you on a Gen Europe gathering as soon as possible, and to meet you in person. And I know it's all very challenging in the very moment. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for this interview, and for everything you're doing.
Thank you, and thank you. Really, I said it before on our meeting. I really think that all these meetings that we have now with Gen Europe, with all of you, it's our island of sustainability. It is like a ground that help us to stay, and that bring all our hearts together. Thank you. All this connection is very important, and it is a great help. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that's really a nice side effect, that it kind of unites in many ways, and we see that we can help each other, and that's a great experience under horrible circumstances anyway. Thank you, Iryna.
We believe in our victory. It will be.
Ja, ich hoffe, es hat dir gefallen, und wenn du mehr über mich oder über meine Arbeit wissen möchtest, dann besuch gerne meine Website www.rocorde.net. Sowohl diese Website als auch die Seiten von Gen Deutschland, Global Eco-Village Network Deutschland und Gen Europe verlinke ich in den Shownotes. Dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Ich freue mich auf dich.